All right, now we're going to solve multi-step equations. We're going to put everything we've learned together. Two things that you should be looking for in this, because there's going to be multiple steps here. Number one, you should always look for distributive property first. If you see that, you should always do that first. Then you're going to be looking for combining like terms, and then you can start solving your two-step equation. So let's take a look at example 1. We do have distributive here, property here, so this is going to be the first thing we're going to do. So we're going to take that 2, and we're going to multiply by both things inside the parentheses. So 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 4 is 8. Everything else in the equation you can just rewrite. All right, so next thing I notice is that we have 2 x's on the same side of this line. When you have 2 x's, you're going to combine those like terms. So 2x and 8x, 2x and 6x is 8x. You still have that plus 8, and you still have that 64. All right, let's start solving the two-step equation. So we're going to subtract 8 from both sides. That gets rid of the 8. So 64 minus 8 is going to be 56. Now you're going to do your division. So divide both sides by 8. So x is equal to 7. All right, so let's do the check. Make sure that that works. So we're going to start with the original equation. Remember, we're not going to do any distributive property in the check. You're going to follow PEMDAS. So wherever you see an x, you're going to put a 7. All right, so according to PEMDAS, we're going to do inside parentheses first. So the 2 stays. 7 plus 4 is 11. Now we're going to do our multiplication. So 2 times 11 is 22. 6 times 7 is 42. And then add those two together and you get 64, which is equal to 64. That does check. That does work. All right, let's try the next example. This time we do see parentheses again, so we're going to distribute. We have to do this twice. So the first one we see is the 5. So 5 is outside of the parentheses, so when you distribute, you get 5y plus 50. Now you also have this positive 2 that we're going to distribute, so that would be plus 2y plus 6, which is equal to 14. Now remember, your next step is to combine your like terms. So I have a 5y and I have a 2y, which would be 7y. Now I also have the 50 and the 6. I'm going to combine those to get 56. That's a positive 56. So I'm going to start my two-step equation. I'm going to subtract 56 from both sides. So 14 minus 56. Now you can do this in the calculator. You get negative 42. Divide both sides by 7, so y is equal to, and again, you can do that in the calculator if you need to, but you get negative 6. All right, so let's do the check. Remember to write the original equation that you started with. All right, we're going to replace all of our y's with negative 6. All right, next we're going to do in parentheses first. So 5 stays. Negative 6 plus 10 is positive 4. 2 stays, and negative 6 plus 3 is negative 3. Okay, let's do our multiplication. 5 times 4 is 20. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Now 20 plus negative 6, they're opposite signs, so we subtract them. So we do get positive 14. 20 is bigger, so that is